better let them know you're more than a ball player. We do it all. Let's go.
The lights go out. Are you ready? Grab the wheel, keep it steady. When the lights go out, are you ready? Grab the wheel and get heavy. When the lights go out, are you ready? Grab the wheel, keep it steady. When the lights go out, are you ready? Grab the wheel, keep it steady. I plan for the worst, this is a gift and a curse. My lights are so bright like Sunday in church. On the field of the court, I was given the work. Of course, losing it hurts, but what does it really worth? When your lights go, you better take from the game like lipo. So when they cut the lights out, you can still blow. On your mark, are you ready? Get set, go. Now you know when your lights go out. Are you ready? Grab the whip, keep it steady. When your lights go out, are you ready? Grab the wheel, keep it steady, yeah. When your lights go out, are you ready?
Let them know we do more than just play ball, baby. We do it all. Huh? Better open the doors, baby. When the lights go out, you better know we turn them back on, huh? Let's go.
When the lights go out Thursday, 8 p.m. What's up, people? What's up, my brother?
What's up, y'all?
Episode number 16. When the lights go out every Thursday, 8 p.m. I mean, we still here, man. We just realizing 4 times 4, 16.
Hey, bro.
4 months.
CTE, man.
too many slants. Too many slants. Joe Taylor throwing them ducks. What up? What's up, Joe? Nah, man. Another episode 16. When the lights go out. Like I said, every Thursday, 8 p.m. We blessed, man. Another week. We here with you. Mm-hmm. How you doing, my brother?
But it's been a hectic week, brother. But God blessed us with another one, man. So I can't. Any day above ground is a good one, man. So we here, bro.
Yeah, we here, man. Shout out. What's up, Ben Tay? What's up, Mike, man?
Mike Z.
I was going to actually come right on, man, with the list of names of everybody who's been helping with the resurrection of Rankin Field.
Right.
I was going to list the names, and Mark was like, "What's up, Big Hurt?" Mark was like, "You gonna name all them people?"
Listen, he had the War Memorial Wall named full of people. You just thought it was a Vietnam list, man.
Listen, man,
but no, you did. Listen, man. You listen. The work that y'all doing down there, man, and the people that's helping, sharing your vision and your movement, man, it's amazing, bro. That field. The baseball field, the dugouts. You can see the dugouts now, man. The pavilion, the steps walking down to the field, both basketball courts, the empty lot where you said the tennis courts used to be. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can only go up from here, man.
They said back in the day they used to have lights on the tennis court so they could play at night.
Oh, they're gonna get lights too. Hey, they're coming.
We're gonna probably have to talk to Deron Goodlove. Milk gonna have to string some LEDs or something. We're gonna have to find a way so that the borough don't have a budget for some lights, man.
Yeah.
Nah, man, listen, I'm humbled. We're appreciative. The reason why our guests are on the show tonight because they were one of the first few youngins who came out and experienced the changeover of the court, fresh paint, new hoops, trees whacked down, forest gone. And these two young fellas came up and, one of the young people able to enjoy it when our skills and drills on Saturday. Shameless plug. If you got young people again, Saturday, 12 p.m., we will be back out on Rankin Field. This Saturday, July 31st, doing basketball skills and drills at 12 and then transitioning over at 1 to do some one-on-one, 7-on-7, some friendly competition, just trying to restore that feeling back to the way it used to be on that court. So if you're free, come on out, man.
Bring your kids, man. Bring your kids.
But yeah, that's why we've done it. We're gonna continue to do it. Got a lot of people that reached out to me. a lot of important people as well.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people with some deep pockets who really want to see change, and a lot of people who just want to come out and show that they care and put a little bit of effort. So we're appreciative. I'm thankful. Again, there's so many people to name. Like I would probably be on here for the next probably 20 minutes.
Yeah,
naming people, man. But everybody who's participated, man, we appreciate you beyond recognition, beyond anything, man. We really, really, really thank you. And we saying that for the young people because that's what it's really about, man. Just giving them the opportunity like I had when I was young growing up in the Palisades and could actually see the hoop court and play on it and dream big and think I was Michael Jordan,
right.
Counting down.
Listen,
3, 2, 1.
I got a memory. I'm gonna share this memory with y'all, and I'm sure a couple people watching this. Y'all remember the monkey bars over in the other park?
The monkey bars.
That's a true story. So I lived up by the Triangle Grill, so I walked down Miller and Gas, hit the little pad. I come over there, you Toodles, we all over there playing basketball. I might have been 3'5". Y'all boys is dunking.
Right.
Nice to go down there and try to dunk. Y'all wasn't there. I tried to go down there and dunk on the monkey bars. But that's where it started. We had monkey bars. We played basketball at the monkey bars, y'all. So we're gonna talk about that too. But we had crates. We had crates.
Yeah, so it was that's what it's all about. So everybody who's reached out, who's helped, shout out to Calvin Brooks. What's up, Cal?
Tat.
We appreciate you and the work you're doing too, my brother. I can't say thank you enough. I really wanted to start this conversation off. We know the Olympics is going on, and we're gonna get right to it. Simone Biles, she's going through some mental health issues. And we brought these young people on to kind of talk to them a little bit about how to compartmentalize, how to, set their expectations for themselves and not worry about what others have to say about them and to them and behind their back, just about pushing yourself, especially if you love this. Because if you love whatever you're doing, it doesn't matter what outside influences say. You're going to put in the work, and you're going to put in more work so that no matter what the outcome is, you're able to live with it.
Right.
It's very sad to see that sister going through whatever it is she's going through mentally. None of us have been Olympians, so we don't know what it's like to work for 4 years just to get one opportunity to showcase your talent. We don't do that. We play basketball and football. So you practice, and then you play the next day, or you practice 3, 4, 5 times during the week, and then you play on the weekend. So our gratification comes at the end of a week. If you working your tail off for 4 years just to get to this one point, and also what I told the young fellas behind the scene is it's a different day and age. We didn't grow up with social media. We didn't grow up with 30 million people saying, "Oh, we don't like you. You did it." We call every greatness in their life, but they get the power to say whatever they want on social media. So we need to understand and get a young people a little bit of game on how to deal with certain things. I mean, mental health is a real thing.
Right. The sad thing about it, she don't owe anyone an explanation, bro. She's done what she has accomplished in her time on this earth. We may never ever see again, bro. She owes no one an explanation, and that's the sad thing about it. We sit in the comfort of our homes, man, and able to critique people and bash them, like you said, Fletch, and after a while, it takes effect. I don't care how strong how thick your skin is. And me and you were talking earlier, and you talking about how would Michael Jordan deal with the social media aspect and him being called a crybaby or stuff like that. Could Mike deal with it as good as LeBron deals with it? We will never know. But that's another topic.
I mean, it's that it's all of, we behind the scenes talking about it. It's all relative to the times, but we just need to understand that. Like I told them behind the scenes, and we'll bring them up just shortly. We just having a little technical difficulties, but just told them, if you're not enjoying this game, because that's what it is, it's a game. If it's not fun, you know what I'm saying? If you go into these games and all you doing is getting hollered at by a coach and you're not learning anything, you're not getting better, it's not fun to be around your teammates, this might not be for you.
Right.
You might be a dentist, you might be an architect, you might be an engineer. I mean, you can do both, but we try to all fit our kids into, a square peg and a round hole, which is not a good thing to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? We need to find out what these kids are good at, what they love, because either way, it's going to come with some sort of critiquing from outside influences. And if we don't have tough skin, if you're not able to wash it off, if you're not able to ignore it, then some of those things that start to bother you. And that's what we don't want.
Right.
That's what we don't want. We want to be able to learn as much as we can from the sport, take as much as we can from the sport, apply a lot of the things we learn from the sports into life, because that's what this conversation is about. The things we've learned, are they transferable into life? If you have a good coach, a lot of the things they say, a lot of the things you do is transferable over into what you're doing in your real life. So,
right.
That's the purpose of it, man. Listen, we stand with anybody who feels that they need to take back their life. They need to do whatever it is so that they feel better, so that they are good, because the people on the outside don't have to live your life. They don't have to walk in your shoes. Nobody knows what Miss Simone Biles is going through. Nobody understands. And if we know gymnastics anyway, we could go back, and those coaches are some of the worst coaches. I mean, they do them young ladies awful, man. So, anybody we know, outside of Simone Biles, because she's just in the spotlight, but there's a lot of people who we know who are dealing with this issue at home. Nobody to talk to. They don't want to reach out,
Bro, listen, I had a cold moment. I'm gonna tell you what. I remember my junior year in college, man. My mom passed away the first game of the season, and dealing with that. I mean, I remember getting pulled into the dean's office, and the dean of the college was saying, Marcus, you can go home. And I think back, man, should I have went home? I mean, I know I was a captain on the team, but I never went and got counseling, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I thought counseling showed weakness. So, people got to realize, man, if you need counseling, me and Fletch always tell people, stop being afraid to go and get some counseling. Go talk to somebody, man. Trust me, it helps. It helps.
Not only that, it's, we come from a different era where that they did think that was a weakness, but I've heard it put away that sounded pretty dope to me. It was, you want to stay strong. You know what I'm saying? You want to catch it before it becomes a problem, so that when you in that good state, talk to somebody when you're good, so you can understand and keep that kind of feeling going, and not get so immersed and drowned by all the negative and all the bad things, because there's a million things out there that's negative and bad, that can affect you in all kind of ways. So, if reaching out to somebody to talk, that's what it is. That's what it takes. That's what you do, because you are the most important. And when we talking about that, we talking about the young people. We want to be able to have them. Can you text them to see it? Oh no. Sorry, we're having technical issues.
Is this ours?
Yeah. Sorry, people. You guys logged out. I'm trying to fix that problem. But yeah, we got some young people that we just trying to give game to in school, and hopefully they'll learn some things that we didn't know, do some things differently, so that some of the things we failed, some of the mishaps we had, some of the speed bumps we had to go over and encounter. You know, these young fellas won't have to go through that. That's what it's really, really about. From, you know, all these kids. You know, we got Cam and we got our guest waiting to be brought on. But this is for anybody. Yeah. And so, without further ado, I want to bring my guys up there. We got Ross King and Cameron Rice. What's up, fellas? Sorry for the delay, my guys. Sorry about that. How y'all doing, fellas?
Good.
synchronized swimmers. Now we got two young superstars. I was blessed enough last week to meet these two young men. I actually know Cameron's mom from years and years ago as a kid. So that was pretty nice to find out who his mom was. And my guy Ross King, he had a little light over his head when I first met Ross. Man, he had the nice smile, but on the court he had that. I'm on this court and I'm serious about it, man. So, fellas, this is how we usually do it. Without further ado, I want to welcome Ross King and Cameron Rice to the show.
My dude.
So thank you, fellas, for coming on.
Y'all been here before, man. Look at y'all.
So let's first ask you guys. Can you introduce yourself and tell us your age and your name and what school you go to?
I'll go first. My name is Ross King. I'm 12 years old. My birthday is June 26th, and I go to Woodland Hills Middle School.
And Cam,
my name is Cameron Rice. I'm 12 years old, and I go to Woodland Hills Middle School, Dixon.
And look, if they don't know, I went to Dixon as well. But what the people at home don't know is the young fellas challenged us to a basketball game on Saturday. Yeah. How'd that go? Hey, fellas, you want to tell them how the game went?
We beat them.
Yeah, we won by like 20.
They lying to the whole Winning Lights Go Out family.
What?
They lost 16 or 12 to nothing.
Y'all got shut out?
No.
Oh no!
But I had at least like
I had
11.
I had like 16 or 15 or something like that.
they dream big. Nah, fellas, man. Listen. You know, when it comes to meeting you guys last week, we did a lot of work on that court over the last 3 weeks, man. There's been a lot of people in the community who came out, who've given their time, their energy, their tools, their money, everything, so that now that 2 basketball courts, anytime you young fellas want to go use, you got the baseball field that half of it we use as a football field. Anytime y'all want to use it, now it's available to you guys. Like, that's what the purpose of our cleanup this past weekend was about. We also having another one this Saturday. We'll be doing it again because of young people like Ross and Cam that came out and just enjoyed ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We had parents there. We had young people running around. This week we're going to have food. So, fellas, man, I just want to thank y'all because that's what it's about being able to be somebody who's a little older than y'all and just have it give it to y'all like it was given to me, because there was some, you know, older gentlemen like his father used to be in our life and when we were your age, and just made it a little bit easier. So that's what it's all about, fellas. So anytime you guys have any questions or you see something that you want to be different about these communities, fellas, don't hesitate in speaking up, man, because y'all gotta live here. You gotta walk these streets and be safe and feel safe and know you could dream big. So even if it's telling your mom, say, Mom, can you reach out to Mr. Marcus and Mr. Del Rico, because we think this would be dope at the basketball court, or this would be dope at the football field. So just always never be silent, man. If y'all see something wrong, speak up on it. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So you used to coach which one of these fellas?
I used to coach Cam. I've seen Cam playing football. One thing I can say about Cam, man, Cam's a hard worker. And a lot of times when you're driving through Rankin, you ride down the street and you look in that back alley and you look down, see him shooting basketball 3 hours a night. So, he got what most kids lack. And I'm saying that I see it. I mean, a lot of these kids lack determination. He's determined, man. So Cam, you stay determined, man. And that goes for you too, Ross. Y'all boys, so I'm sure you're out there shooting right with him. So like Dariq always say, man, y'all guys gotta stick together, man, and keep working, man, because sky's the limit. Don't ever let someone tell you that you can't do something, man. That's not just with sports, that's just with anything.
Yes. So our show is called When the Lights Go Out, fellas, right? And myself and Marcus, we played the sports as well, but what we didn't learn, what we didn't know is we didn't know that the game comes to an end one day, right? So one day you're gonna hang up your cleats, your sneakers, you're gonna walk away from the game. But what we want y'all to do and understand is that before you even do that, know that you're way more than just an athlete. You are way more than just a football player or a basketball player or a baseball player or a gymnast. You are so much more than that. You could be a doctor, a lawyer, a judge, the president. You never know. So what we try to talk about on this show is just knowing what you're good at outside of your sport. You can love your sport, and I want you to love your sport because the sport could take you so far. I ain't gonna lie to you, and we'll get into it over the next half an hour. But I want you to understand, as hard as you work in basketball or football, I want you to work 2 times as hard in the classroom. Because there's so many people out there that was in your shoes right now, Cam and Ross, at 12 years old, and they wish they could do it all over again. They wish they could rewind it back all over again because they wasted so much time.
Yeah.
They wasted so much, and you're at that perfect age that you can take control of your life and do whatever it is you want to do with it.
Indeed.
Y'all at the perfect age. So don't be one of these I wish I was people. I wish I could have. Don't be one of them. We telling you now, when the lights go out, what's today's date? July
29th.
July 29th,
yeah.
2021. You got a chance to grab hold of your life right now and do whatever it is you want to. I see the Splash Brothers on my screen. That's what I see.
Can they shoot though?
Ask them that. Can y'all shoot?
Cam, you got 3 balls?
Yeah.
Who shoot better, Cam or Ross? Put $5 on it right now. Who shoots better?
No, wait. That's dope though. They don't want to chime on each other.
Hey man, but listen, the thing why I asked you that is because you know what Mr. Marcus would have said? He would have said he's better than me. And I would have said I'm better than him. And we'd have had to go outside and prove it. So nothing wrong with friendly competition between best friends. Y'all push each other to greatness. Okay?
All right.
You okay? Nothing wrong with being humble, like Calvin Brooks said on the bottom of the screen. Nothing wrong with being humble at all. But push each other, man. I mean, push each other till you can't push each other no more, man. Like, I mean, honestly, like if you outside Cam shooting at night, wake Ross up, man. Get up, Ross. I'm getting better, man. While you sleep.
You're right.
Like that's the only way we know how to tell you to do it, young fellas, is just to work hard, man. We joking a little bit with you, but if you love what you're doing, and I hope I'll ask this: do y'all both love basketball?
Yes.
Now, with that love for basketball, it could dictate a lot of things that go on in the rest of your life. Like you'll do good in school. You got to get home early so you get some rest. You got to eat well. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be respectful to teachers and the elders and things like these are things that you need to know, because if you don't do them that way, you probably have a coach who say you can't play. And I know Mr. Eugene Wilson. That's where you're trying to get to. You're trying to get to the high school and play for Coach Wilson. And I know how he do. He's going to teach you to be a better man than you are a basketball player, because If you told me you love this game, then it can lead you to the highest heights in the world, man.
Right.
Like game of football took me all over this country, fellas. And took Marcus all over the country, trying out for different teams, playing against different teams, playing in California, playing in Florida, playing in Texas. But when we talk about work, hard work, we're going to definitely work hard in sports as just as well as football. We got a question for you. We got a question up on the screen. What's both of you guys' favorite sport subjects in school? Ross, you first, brother.
My favorite subject is math because I take honors math and honors English, so those are my favorite two subjects.
All right.
Woo! Honors. So what's the last thing you remember when you were in school? What's the last thing you remember about honors math?
Probably the last thing I think I did was algebra.
Okay. Algebra.
I got a follow-up question for that too. After you get done with Keri, I'm gonna come back and answer.
Mathematician. You see that on the screen. With numbers, brother, you can do all kinds of stuff, man. You get into coding,
finances,
business, all kind of stuff with that. So never lose that, Ross. Sam, same question for you, young fella.
Mine would probably be social studies or math. It's either one of those two.
Why
But
social?
yeah,
Explain why social. What do you like about social?
I don't know the right word to explain it with, but
Explain however you want it.
I think
I'm sorry, we lost a little bit of connection. Cam, can you say that again, fella?
I just don't know how to explain it.
Okay.
Okay.
I
That's cool.
can't explain it right now.
No, that's all right. Listen, man. And in school, I want you to do the same thing to a teacher. I don't understand. You got to make me understand because you're the student.
Right.
So if you don't understand when you in class, make sure that the teacher knows you don't understand. Because there's nothing wrong with raising your hand and asking, "Can you explain that again, please?"
Right.
And don't settle for the brush off. We're gonna wait till the end of it. I need to know this answer now.
Why it's fresh in my brain.
Yeah, so never settle for that. So if you don't know, nothing wrong with it. But I want you to think about it so we can come back at the end of the show and ask you that question again. All right?
Yeah. So Ross, you said that you want to get into math, right? You love math. You don't make it to the NBA. What's your dream job? You ever think about what your dream job is?
Like if I don't go, like if at the end of high school, if I'm like still not into basketball as much as I am now, I want to go to school to be an engineer.
Perfect. I love it, man. Cam, what about you, Cam?
I want to start my own business, but I still haven't really thought on that.
All right. So what you have to start thinking about is things that you're interested in. So if you want to get into your business, that means you owning your own company, right? That's what you want to do? That's what you're talking about, Cam?
Yeah.
So if you do something that you love, so listen, if you do something that you love every day and you get paid for, you'll never work a day in your life because you're doing something that you love. And that's I love it. Both of you guys have a beautiful dream. Who said that you can't do that, man? You can do that.
Yes, you can do whatever.
You can do
engineer, that. I love
very
the sound of that.
Yeah.
I love the sound of that, man. Like, yes, you could be an engineer and build and tell us how things are supposed to go, how roads, all kind of stuff. Like, I would love to drive on the road that Rod's been built, man. And he done engineered. Man, that would be the dopest thing. Like, he was on our show talking about he want to be an engineer. Now we on Ross Highway.
We might even build the building we get our new studio in.
but the thing about it is, fellas, it's just the dream, man. Never limit yourself, ever. You're going to have people who come across your path and say you can't do that, probably because they couldn't do it. Probably because they were scared to even try to do it.
Right.
So never be scared to try. because only thing that can happen is you fall and you get back up. That's it. That's it. Never be scared to achieve greatness, man. So if you get to the cliff, you got wings, jump, you can fly. Trust and believe that. You got wings, you got people in your corner who love y'all. I met your family. They love y'all. They will do whatever you ask them to do because on the other end, you're doing great in school, you being great kids, and you working hard. So you got people in your corner who are with you, man. Just leap, man. Just fly. Go as far as you can, man. Like, and my that's my sister that says, don't let other people's fear stop you. Don't let other people say because they couldn't do it, you can't do it. You already great, man. You already know what hard work is. A lot of people don't want to put that in, but you are willing to do that, man. So from Uncle Fletch, because I feel like a big uncle right now.
We are.
Yeah, especially that Cam, you know what I'm saying? That Cam. But listen, we just don't want you to be limited by anybody. Nobody is to limit Ross and Cam. Y'all supposed to shoot for the stars, shoot for the moon, shoot for the sun, and dream big. If you want to be in the NBA, dream it. But then you got to know the necessary steps to take so that you could give yourself the best opportunity to achieve that. You want to be an engineer? Now is the time we need to start looking at what's the best engineering schools. You know, what are they going to be paying in the future? Do I have to go far away from home to get to a good engineering school? Do I got to go out the country? You know, when I play my sport, will my sport allow me to play the sport and be an engineer? Because you might go across that, Ross. You might go to a school where they say, well, engineering's too demanding. You playing sports, you can't be an engineer. That's a school we know we're not going to. You know, so this is much time and effort that y'all put into y'all sport. You see all the people that's commenting, man. You got a lot of people who really gonna back you, who really gonna help you, who really gonna be there for you. So to your parents are in the background. I hope they listening. Just know y'all not doing it by yourself. You're not doing it alone. You got a whole bunch of people who are willing to help you. So like I said earlier in the show, don't be afraid to speak up and ask for help, and speak up when things aren't right. Speak up when things don't feel good. When you think that the game is not like it used to be, when it's not fun anymore, let somebody know. You got parents in your corner, let them know, because Miss Simone Biles may have held so much in for so long with nobody to talk to and nobody to release it to, that now you get to a breaking point and you got to walk away from your sport. So that's why it's on you guys as well as the people in your corner. And I know your parents, they right there with you, but it's up to your coaches as well to make sure that they looking out and they got a real control or a handle of how their kids are. You know, so keep pushing, young fellas, man. We want nothing but the best for you. We in your corner. Like I always say, every Thursday, 8 p.m. when the lights go out, we got Cameron Rice and Ross King in the building. We're just sharing some jewels and some of the things that we know with the young fellas. If I had to ask you guys a question, if I asked you this, if you had one question that you wanted to ask, that you wanted to know, you can ask it now. What would it be? Anything in the world.
Like, that I could ask anybody?
Yeah, yep.
Like, I would ask, like, what would life be in the future?
What would life be like? So when we talking future, you talking about 5 years from now, 100 years from now, 1,000 years from
now? Maybe like 10.
What it's like going to be like in 10 years?
Mm-hmm.
One thing we know, technology is always improving, man. So it's gonna be we can never catch up with technology. So far as on the technology side of things, It's gonna be crazy, man. You know, we already getting into electric cars. You know, it's gonna be a lot more virtual stuff. You want to go to the grocery store. You want to see people bagging your groceries and stuff. So we can go from A to Z, man. There's gonna be a lot of different things. You know, even with sports, you guys playing sports, the game is going to change. The game is different from 10 years. 10 years ago from today, the game was different. So there's going to be a lot of different things that's going to change, fellas.
I'll tell you this: they've already put in place where when you go to college, when you get ready to go to college, you can get paid for your likeness and image. We didn't get that. We used to beg for that. I used to look up in the stands and see people with my jersey on, but I couldn't even buy a pizza. You know what I'm saying? That was
that's a real
that's real talk. It was rough. When they say you got a scholarship, it paid for your book. It didn't pay for you as a growing 18-year-old and you hungry at 1 o'clock in the morning. You know, so things like that 10 years from now, the game is going to be so much more advanced that we're going to have to start teaching Ross and Cam things now. Lee Davis, I know we reach out to him. He'll be able to school you more on image and likeness because that's the way that you got to put money in your pocket in college. So that's a great question. And Cam, I mean, Ross, you're the future. So you set that 10 years from now.
Yep.
So if there's something you're thinking about now, if you want to make the flying car, well, let's work on it.
It's already here.
You know, whatever you got in your little brain right now, the futuristic things that y'all think of, let's put them to action now so that you might not have to be a basketball player. You done made a new basketball league. You done made a new basketball. You done created something where Ross quit basketball because he made a new basketball that don't dribble, it blow it or something. You blow the basketball, Ross. So you guys got to be the future forward-thinking people. So when you say that, just know these are your years. You'll be 22 in 2 years. You know, so you're part of that dynamic, and it goes like this. So for you, Ken, if you can ask anybody anything, what would you ask them? Anybody. It could be Marcus. It could be LeBron James. It could be anybody. You could ask anybody one question. What would it be? Turn that down a little bit because I can hear myself. 116.
Thinking.
I was about to ask y'all. I want to ask y'all a question.
Yeah.
Like for like the sports, right? So y'all play football, right?
Yep.
Like on a scale 1 through 10, how did y'all like football? Like enjoy it or
A 50.
1 through 10, probably 100.
Yeah, I would say
Probably 100. I can't. That's a great question, man. Because you know, I use the word love if you love the game, and love is an action. So if you love it, you'll keep doing it. You'll keep working at it. You'll keep doing things to be better. You know, I talk about having a big bag of tools. So you want to be able to cross up in basketball. You want to be able to cross them. You want to be able to step back. You want to be able to Euro step. You want to be able to play defense. You want to be able to dribble. You want to be able to do all kind of stuff. So I literally can. I love this game. Rain, sleet, snow, whatever the weather. I love this game. Like literally would do anything to. If you said, "Well, Fletch, you got to be in the house at 6 o'clock every day if you want to play football," I would have been in the house every day at 6 o'clock. Like I would have done anything to give my chance, give myself the best opportunity to be the best football player. I wanted to be Jerry Rice when I grew up, and I knew Jerry Rice was the greatest football player, and he used to run this hill out in California. And I didn't have that hill, but I ran a lot of hills just like that. And there's a lot of people who will comment and they'll tell you they love this. My Justin Penn just put. I was infatuated with football growing up. Like infatuated. That's a real word. Like, I love this no matter what.
With me, with football, I put all my eggs in one basket. I didn't have any. I didn't have any aspirations of doing anything else. I just wanted to play football. So when I went to bed, and I woke up, went to the bathroom, anything I did was football was on the brain all the time. So, when you say a scale from 1 to 10, it was football. So when I got to college, I was undersized. I wasn't the fastest, but I knew one thing wasn't going to outwork me. So I made sure I lifted the weight to 8th grade. My grades were straight. I just did everything that I possibly could to try to get an opportunity to go play, in the NFL. And I fell short, of course, but I loved it, man. So if you're gonna go into anything in life, you give it your full, give it your all, man. Anything. And that's not, and what I'm trying to tell you is, give it your all on your academics as well.
Yeah, because that part, a lot of people are high school superstars, right? Cam and Ross, and sometimes along those roads, they've been given a lot. You may have been given grades and things like that, and then you go to college, and it's a completely different game. They will kick you out so fast in college because they got somebody else just as good. So therefore, you have to work just as hard, if not harder, in the class as you do in on the field.
Oh, someone's always gunning for you. Even when you like Flash said, you lose the ball, you're gonna have people gunning for your position in sports, right? But when you get into the real world and you get a job, you get a promotion, right? Person that didn't get that promotion is gunning for your job. So you're gonna always have to work hard. It always begins with work and ends with hard work. So remember, it begins with hard work and always ends with hard work.
And I'll tell you this, hard work doesn't promise you anything. Nothing. That's just the standard that we're going to set. But I'll tell you what hard work doesn't promise you. I guarantee you lose. I guarantee that in the long run, if you do not work hard, you will ultimately lose. So somebody may beat you at one time when you're young. They might be better than you when you're 12 years old. But if you continue to work, both of you fellas work, what'll happen when y'all 15 is that person who doesn't work, they'll still be the same 12-year-old, even at 15. And you at 15, you can put in 3 more years to work. So it's going to show up. That's the only thing I know. Is if you work hard, eventually, I'm not saying the hard work's going to pay off today. I'm not saying the hard work's going to pay off tomorrow. But there's going to be one moment when you know it, and it's like, click, okay, all of that stuff I just did, this is why it's working. I felt it. But the other people is those people I said before. I wish I would have. I wish I would have worked as hard as Ross. I wish I would have worked as hard as Cam. So don't be those guys. You guys lead the pack and set the standard for your whole crew, all your friends. Is this 5 of y'all? Set the standard for all 5 of y'all. We work hard. That's true. This is what we do. We pushing each other to greatness because I don't see why y'all 2 and 3 of your other friends can't be your friends. His best friends are running the NBA.
Agents, yeah.
Running the NBA. Watch it can be, and it will be, because that's the kind of work y'all going to do. Listen, I'm hyped right now. I got some work to give out to these young boys on Saturday. I'm getting back in shape, fellas. Y'all in trouble, man.
Y'all got shut out.
12-0. Hey, Ross, how many points did you have? It was me.
The first game was 7-0. But
I got shut out.
Yeah, we stopped scoring and switched to a whole nother game. Listen, it was me, myself, Swanee Gibson, Lance Griffin, Lance was out there. He was blocking all their shots from the grill.
Lance about 7'5" there.
He was blocking all their shots in the grill. He had a couple of, Justin Quick was out there. Shout out to Quick.
Quick was hooping.
Quick was hooping. He's terrible. He's still terrible.
Quick was hooping.
We were on, you know, like
Y'all
we were
lost.
like, trying not to take it in because you know we was like wasting their energy. So yeah. And then at the end,
Yeah. And you know, and I know Danielle there, she talking laughing. You lost to some old men.
These dudes, hey, Cameron Ross, I'm 42 years old. I was cooking y'all, baby. no, I heard Cam. It was, you know, we had a good time. It was fun out there. We just enjoyed y'all energy. When you get around young people, man, they bring it out of you. They make you feel young again. You know, always keep that same energy, man. The light that y'all have right now is very important. Young leaders. Nobody, when y'all get into these drills and schools, nobody should ever be in the front of the line before y'all. Y'all set the tone for everybody. You set the tone for the whole next generation. Because when I was in high school, I'll tell y'all a quick story. I was able to start as a sophomore at Woodland Hills. I started cornerback. And Melvin Cobbs, Marquess Rainey, Iwani Nagy, they showed me how to work. They showed me what real work was. And then 2 years later, we were lucky enough to be the first team to win the WPIL championship at Woodland Hills. But what continued to happen, fellas, was work. Like, they just passed it to me, and then I passed it on to people like Marcus. Some of the guys that was lucky enough to make it to the NFL, Lusaka Polite, Steve Brestons. All of that stuff was a snowball effect from somebody who showed me how to work. So if the people in front of you ain't showing you how to work, you show them, fellas. You show them how to work because Melvin, like I said, Melvin Cobbs, AJ Anderson, Marquess Rainey, Iwani Nagy, they showed us how it was done. And then myself, Medine Williams, Eric Walker, Khalid Johnson, Fawn Nancy, it was those guys. And we just passed that same work ethic on to the next generation. So, fellas, you know, on your journey, just continue to work hard. We're here for y'all. We're in y'all corner. I also want to give a big shout out to Mr. Marcus. This weekend is next Tuesday is his birthday. Tuesday or Monday. You just said the second.
Yeah.
Put the second.
I don't like concerts. I like 50 though.
But no, shout out to my brother. Happy birthday to my brother, man. He'll be 52 years old.
I'll be 40. I'll be 40.
40 years old, fellas. He got a lot of wisdom to give you, man. He's been through a lot, man. One of the most stand-up men. Very good for the community. Very good for young people. Very good friend, man. So y'all know Mr. Marcus. If you ever need him, make sure y'all reach out.
Okay.
Again, Saturday, July 31st, 7 to 18-year-olds be calling you one-on-ones and 7-on-7 at Rankin Field. Bring your cleats, the gloves, football, whatever you need to get better. We're also doing 12 p.m. skills and drills on the basketball court. So bring your sneakers, bring your basketball, bring a good attitude. Be ready to learn. Be willing to learn some new stuff.
It's gonna be a beautiful day too, man. Unfortunately, I won't be in town, but there's no excuse for you not to be there. If you're in town, if you got kids sitting around playing Xbox and you're even involved in some sports, get them down to Puerto Rico and Calvin Brooks and
Calvin Murphy,
Sam Timbers. There's gonna be a lot of guys.
Nathan Russell.
A lot of guys down there that's gonna have a lot of information and to be able to share some stories as well as their skills. Man, get them down there. Get them down. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this. You don't.
Listen, every Wednesday when the lights go out, we are lucky. We are blessed to have two young kings in the building. Cameron Rice, Ross King, 12-year-old future Woodland Hills Hall of Famers, engineering, social studies,
Business owner.
business owners. We got some real young lions in the building. We thank them. We thank their parents. Your parents can hear our voices. If you ever need us for anything, make sure you reach out. Because, like I said, we got a lot of info for the young fellas. We got a lot of people who, all around the country, man, who are willing to help young people, who are willing to be there. So don't hesitate to reach out. Linda, we appreciate you.
I got some shout outs. You don't want to shout out?
I mean, I would like to say something.
Go ahead.
Please.
To my mom, right?
Yeah.
Without her,
She about to
I
cry.
probably wouldn't be doing this basketball stuff or whatever. And yeah.
Mom means a lot, huh?
I want to
Mom.
shout out my mom, my grandma, my
Yes.
dad, everybody in my family who've been supporting me, helping me get through everything in life.
I love you too, young kings. Hey, Cam.
And especially this dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
Listen,
love it.
Never let anything. Listen. Never let anything get between people that's friendship. You understand me? Don't let anything. Don't get never get jealous of each other. Don't never get jealous of each
Hey,
other.
listen, Cam. Nothing wrong, Cam, with shouting your mom out, man.
And you have to cry.
Shout out to Clean Lean Mama Joe, because just like you, that's how my mom was for me. Without her, that motivation, that looking in the corner and seeing how hard she worked just for me, just for my brother, and just for my sister. So always respect that. Hold that dear to your heart, young fella. You know what I'm saying? As you get older, you might not always see eye to eye, but never lose respect for your mom, okay? Never lose respect for her. Always respect what she's done for you. Ross, you the same way. And when you speak of her, and it gets you emotional, nothing wrong with it, brother, because I was like, just like that. I'm teary-eyed when I speak of my mom, because only you know what y'all been through, right? Nobody else, only you. Just like you, Ross. I spoke to your mother. Y'all been through some things, man. And you're going to be better on the other side of it because you got a dope mom, man. You too, Cam, man. So salute to both of y'all moms. Salute to y'all family. Without them, I know what that foundation is like. So always hold that dear to your heart, young fellas. And cherish that, man.
Mommy is special, bro. I wish I could see my mom. So y'all remember, hug your mom every night, every opportunity you get. Hug her tight, tell her you love her and you appreciate her, man. Because mommy's been one of a lifetime. You were blessed with, we were all blessed with every person on the screen blessed with a beautiful mom, man. So for me, for Mr. Del Rico, give your moms a hug and tell them we appreciate you. All right, we love you guys, man.
Yeah, listen, we can always say that to especially the young fellas, because a lot of young men don't hear that. So from both of us, man, we love you fellas, man, honestly, man. Want nothing but the best for you. You hear me? Like, he done got me a little emotional, man. He got choked up by his mom. That's how I used to do, bro.
I cried. Listen, I cry a lot, brother. If I gotta cry, I miss my mom every day. I think about my mom every day. So be blessed to have the opportunity to say, Mom, get to call her Mom. I love you. She's like, well, I'm working. I just want to tell you I love you, Mom. So there's nothing wrong with crying. Let you almost drop a tear. I'll drop a tear all the time.
It don't make you soft.
Nope.
It don't make you weak. You know what happens? It's a relief. And when something gets wet, a lot of times something grows from it. So cry on yourself, man. You keep growing, man. You keep be 6'10", man. Now, listen, it's a beautiful thing, man. When you speak on your mom and you got to go growing. And I'm like I said, we know you when we was young people. So salute to your parents. Salute to you, kings. Before we wrap it up, young fellas, do you have anything else you want to say or anything else you want to add?
And also to God.
Can you probably got people You got people laying out right now. No doubt, Cam. You put God first. You know, in everything you do, man. God first.
Yep.
And always say your prayers, man.
Put in your work, man. Just know, man, something more powerful than we are.
We are.
Something way more powerful than we are.
Never put the trust in man.
And what's crazy is this week I've learned, I've been humbled in the last 4 weeks. Because it was bigger than me. It's way more powerful than me. Obviously, because I was only supposed to be here for 3 days, and it's almost 4 weeks now. And I got a whole list, the whole stream of names. I really want to read them all, but there's a couple people in the call. There's a couple people that I gotta reach out to. Kevon Larkin from Larkin's company down in Texas. Tim Boston, shout out to Tim, head coach at Willow Hills. Joe Lafferty, Calvin Murphy, Brian Edwards, Eric Henfield, Keith Strozier, and every season Lauren Kerr for doing the job they did on the ranking field. Salute to you. Todd Siopa, appreciate you. Eric Walker, dug in his own pocket with me, man. Salute you, Eric. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart, brother. Deron Goodlow, man. Salute to what you're doing with the youngins. I seen y'all got a big win. Keep it up. Iris Loper Thomas, thank you. We salute you. We appreciate you. She's almost 70 years old, been coming out, helping out. Listen, Charmaine Vaughn was the first person to donate to that effort. She's in California. Shout out and salute to Charmaine. Brian Coleman, salute you. Dave Tate. There's so many people. I'm sorry if I didn't say your name.
We got about 5 more names for every other show. Every show.
I was just keep naming some more people.
You didn't hear your name today.
But Cam and Ross, man, that court and that field look like it now because of some of the people that I named. Because a few weeks ago, y'all couldn't have played on that court, man. So salute to a lot of people who came out and helped, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I need y'all again, though. We're gonna keep asking, and I'm gonna keep begging, and I'm gonna keep reaching out.
Let me ask you a question, Ross and Cam. Don't y'all want Mr. Del Rico to move back to Pittsburgh? I ain't say nothing.
He said no. He said no.
That's because y'all beat him.
He don't want that work.
Man.
Nah, listen. We're gonna have some more fun this Saturday. If you're hearing our voice, tell a friend and tell a friend. Every Thursday when the lights go out, we were blessed to have Cameron Rice, Ross King in the building. 2 young lions on the come up, about to do great things. If you see them, if you know their parents, man, reach out to them and tell them how great. Look who's in there, man. Look who's
love and blessings, Doc B.
Doc B, love and blessings. Salute, Doc B.
Love you, Dad.
Love you, Pop.
He when you're gonna come for you. I've been in town.
But no, we thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. There's so many people out there who really like what's going on, who really supported what's going on. And it's all about young people like Ken and Ross, man. So, hey, young soldiers, we salute y'all. We thank y'all. Like we said, if y'all need us, reach out to us. You know what I'm saying? Reach out to us and don't hesitate, okay, fellas?
Okay.
Fellas, we appreciate y'all. Listen, every Thursday when the lights go out, 8 p.m., myself, brother Marcus Berkeley. Saturday, if you got some young people, bring them out. But it's easier said than done right here. But listen, we'll see y'all next week. We love y'all. Peace.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, hold on. What did you say, young